What is this? Look, this is a good sign. Of course, right with the little cat Buddha and the little tree right behind it in some bash mirror looking thing. Amazing. Oh, and state of the art equipment from all this Bash's donors in his web of mash. And he's queued up. He has a little bead there that just beams and whispers and tickles him relentlessly as he just floats to cloud nine. Of course, he had to. Because, look, he worships in the feather, the air. Who knew? And, of course, the moon. Oh, it's just so beautiful. Supreme in Virgo, balancing practical. Oh, of course, they love the supermoon. Matters with idealism. We're having a full moon in Virgo on February 19th. Exact time 3:53 in the PM or military time. You guessed it, 1553. Amazing. Universal time. Wow. This is the peak of, and then you have to read on if you want to know no more. Oh, amazing. No. What a shame. What? Uh, you guessed it. Bashwood. Because, look. Oh. This is one of their allegiance. This is the source. He's telling you that, oh, the whispers of there's a mass tribunal happening right now and nobody's talking about it. All these people are going down and all this and that and this. No. What a shame. Believing that disclosure of some bash is going to happen. No. What a shame. It's all just spiraling and exactly whispering in your ear, just defiling you. This is defiling you. With the whispers of his informants and this and that and this and this, and they're all just channeling the abyss, and it's just so amazing because it promises you to enter into the galactic family that's been helping you this whole time. And yes, the Anunnaki are real, and this and that. And wow, the deeper discussion on the defeated Virginia bill allowing abortions up until birth. And of course, they're probably going to tell you that they're opposed and they're against it, blah, blah, blah. Wow, who knew that children are being murdered? Who knew? Who knew? Who knew? But no, now it's a big deal because, oh, even up until birth. Wow, so it wasn't a big deal before? Oh, it's just, and oh, it's just because we need to just have relentless choice of opportunity of just doing what you want. And don't let children get in the way. Don't let them. No. Live your life fully. Children are a waste of time. For for you are the solution. You are the answer. Yes. Wow, what a shame. People think they're here to live their lives and to what? Exactly. For pleasure. And who knew that children nowadays are just kind of in the way? So that's why they can't wait until the government just allows them to live with them. They become the parent overtly. But no, it's just allowing you to be successful in all ways, all the while still having time with your family. No. You might as well just be some bash robot because no, they don't. The children, you know, even more so nowadays, are giving less and less bash for whatever they call their parents. They almost have disdain towards them, as though they are just so stupid, just so ignorant. And of course, it's the program that happens each generation as a mechanism to just defile you. And who knew that the older generations didn't want to let that happen? So they were just murdered, killed off systematically. The nations went to war. Why? Why did they go to war? Oh, they were just, it was some bash, communism and this and this. No, what was going on? Because there was an overt attempt, an overt will, if you will, to bestow upon man a purpose. Outside of what it was clear the purpose was, in all its glory, with Christ. Yes. But then, you guessed it, deception came about again, once again. The abyss entered and whispered sweet nothings, false promises, into man again. And you guessed it. Man was seduced. And this is the final. This is because the Father is so loving. He took his children that already were worshiping him, reigned with them, and then now he's allowing the remainder of those who he knew would continue defiling to have one last chance to see. At which point, yes, it will cometh to reign forever with man. And no bash sense of future will save you. No bash sense of future that you think you're working relentlessly towards is going to mean anything. So what are you doing? You're abusing life, trying to steer some way. Why? Why does one worship this? This, I mean, what is it? It's just a disc that you say it's an ancient saucer that was used by what the Mahabharata calls these fine things, and they show it. What a shame. Eastern mysticism. Oh, they couldn't wait. But now it's the Western Buddhism and all this stuff and bash and bash and bash. No. It's all just a refurbishing, a rehashing of previous mechanisms that were used in defilement. Who knew? Just shattered worship. This God and that one and this one and this one and this one tells me this and this one that and this one that and this one and I just channel relentlessly and they just tell me all these things and wow, smashed. No, what are you doing? Exactly. Being just defiled by the murmur. Oh, and you love it. It's just, you think it's gushing you with nothing. No, it leaves you empty, trawled, defiled, trauma. But no, you're so enlightened. Oh, yes. Yes, show me. Oh. So why we need a more conscious media? Please tell me.
In this day and age in 2018, people want to tell you that by having a conversation about something, you're immediately either in support of it or against it or whatever. And they almost want to hate you for even having a conversation.
Right. He couldn't wait. They almost want to hate you. No, they hate themselves relentlessly. So that's why they're always lashing out. Who knew? Who knew it's like the child that throws tantrums? A child that throws tantrums is just yelling out, and that's what they know how to do. And they're like, "Oh, hypocrisy everywhere. This is messed up. So I'm going to mess with it." Who knew? Because a tantrum is a response, and this and that and this and that and that, all because the child knows that through that he creates a situation where usually he'll get his way, because that's manipulation of the image. The child has now learned through the parent, of course, manipulation. Yes. So why we need more conscious media? Because we can't even have a conversation. Oh. Well, it's because people are living completely from that void state, which you call filled with emotion. Oh, I'm such an empath. What a shame. What a shame.
Conversation about it, because they're terrified of open conversation, because they're terrified of having their reality shifted or changed a little bit, because we've been told and programmed so heavily that what
We've been told so heavily. Okay.
you believe is who you are, and it's not who you are.
Oh, it's not who you are. Oh, amazing. It's not. So, what are you? And of course, he's going to probably say, "Oh, we're infinite consciousness, and this and that and this and this, and we're just whispers, and the Palladians know what we're doing, and they're coming and they help us, and they've always given us technology and this, and the other ones, and the Greys and the Blondes, and the Vikings, and this and that and this and that and this and the others, and the higher ones and the lower ones, and this and the other and this, smashed, flossed." Your brain has been flossed in and one ear and out, and relentlessly just friction, and it's just now it's just a desert. Any little friction will just blast it, just like a flower factory that ignites. All because there's just fine dust everywhere, so hot, and you guessed it, combustion. This is a good sign. Yes, believe the Buddha cat. You know it.
And so people are desperate to try and protect these aspects of their identity.
No, they're bashing in it. That's their image. They say, "No, of course it's this because I'm bashing in it. I am bashing in it, and I worship it, and I know that I can go out there and bash. See, because I can smash you. See?" It smashes him in the face, and he says, "See? I can smash, and I have effect and influence and cause and effect." No, smashed. What are you worshiping, and what are you ritualizing daily as what you call a behavior? And this and that and this and this. Exactly. Shattered. Smashed. No clue. All just hoping that what you're calling your purpose is fulfilling enough. What a shame. What a shame. So this guy's telling you, no, people are afraid because they don't want to be told anything that will just, against or different from what they believe themselves to be, or this, or the truth. Exactly. Bring up truth with somebody, and wow. It's just all triggers to emotion, to just because exactly. Everyone thinks they're so smart and intellectual because they know statistics and this and this and that and this and this. Just test, temperature checkings and all in spreadsheets and this and that and this. And just look and look at the suffering. Look, how many more have to die? Wow, what a shame. You know how many people are dying every second? Okay, now think of the cause that you're thinking now. And okay, now that's the one that's important, right? Oh, what a shame. And you're like, no, it's not. It's how they're dying and why. Victimhood to the 33rd degree. You love it there. Because clearly you can see what is going on everywhere. You just have blinders on and you refuse to see because you're just so comfortable in your own little bash image that you're worshipping. And you find ways to temperature check yourself, and so that you're just in line with society and their goals and everything and this and oh, I'm so informed and this and that, and smashed. You're a perfect little worshiper of the light, in line. And sure, you can question aspects of the light and say, well, no, it's actually this, the light. But you're smashing in the light and thinking it's so amazing.
And when we can step back and we get into conscious media and we get into a conscious space within ourselves and we say, hold on, we're going to step back and we're going to look at the situation for what it actually is so we can learn from it.
So who tells you what exactly it is? Who's telling you what it is, huh? Of course, buddies like him and this. Oh, here he is again. Buddy like him again. And you guessed it. Faceless people. Because ultimately, it's about this and disclosure. Why Saturn's moon, Ipetus, could have been artificially made by extraterrestrials. Yes. Look at the column. The spinal column of this. It's alive. Smashed. Why? Why do you worship it? Why? Exactly. Because you want to be one of these. Some bash thing that's out there just floating somewhere in a vacuum of a place that just shouldn't even have an atmosphere. If there's a infinite vacuum that's relentlessly just blasting, sucking. But no, the atmosphere is just so strong because it's held in by Earth's gravity. Wow, what a shame. And of course, the worship of the rising from the ashes, like the serpent that crawls up in the shadow of this pyramid, and it's amazing. Wow, what a shame. Why? People don't even still speculate on what they're for and this, but they think they know what it is and this, but no, left people to be confused and just read a book about it and just read the stories that are said about it relentlessly. Why? What a shame. When it's just right in front of you. Right in front of you. Right in front. Generations lost. Memories lost. What remains? Life. You guessed it. The true promise. But no, it's uncertain. It couldn't be. I'm just some hamburger meat. What a shame. What a shame. What a shame. And you just think it's, exactly. Very unusual repeated signal detected from galaxy 1.5 billion light years away. Smash like this. You guessed it. Some underwater UFO. Shouldn't it be water? Unidentified water object was pinned to coast of North Atlantic by U.S. nuclear attack submarines. Smashed. But this guy loves it, and he's relentlessly staring at you. Look. And some space station is it's just a basketball court, and they're out there smashing on it. Wow, what is going on? Just some bash picture from the moon. Very bashed. Look, you can see the green around it. Wow, what a shame. Of course, the little witch hat is just a Star Trek symbol, and it's just amazing. All held together in the circle within the two seas, the fallen angels. Who knew? Who knew? Oh, what a shame. What a shame. Of course, the priesthood. The priesthood. The priesthood. And they love it. Because you can donate. Well, you could donate and be healthy. Health. Look, Bill Gates donates donation turns respected independent research company into HPV vaccine super center. What a shame. What is going on? 12 reasons to drink celery juice every day relentlessly for the rest of your life. What a shame. What are they pushing? I mean, what's going on? Because ultimately it's just confuse you. Oh, I'm eating the wrong things and this. I'm just so unhealthy and this. No. You're already defiled in your worship. So anything that you're doing, of course, it could be this, it could be that or this, but no, you're told what it is. So you better believe it. No. What a shame. Exactly. You're this little lost sperm being attacked relentlessly by electric shocks. You're being tasered. It's a spiritual battle, not some Costco whole scale roundup battle. What a shame. This guy say, no, disclosure's coming, guys. I told you guys. I've been right this whole time, right? What a shame. What's going on? They don't know. And of course, this
Move
guy's
beyond
gonna
the need for it.
move beyond the need to identify with that image. Really? What a shame. The need? No, it must. You must believe it. You need to believe it because it's required. But you're going to tell them, okay, you can just, okay, believe it, but then just be open minded. More. Okay, that's just more cognitive dissonance building. It's like bashing, just abuse. It's like abuse it's now you think you're not being abused, but you are being abused. Wow. It's just now you're just a good little handled. Somebody's handling you, and it cometh from the dark. Who knew? But no, you think you're the light, shining light, relentlessly. Oh, smashed. What's going on? You need to believe it. It must be true. You must worship in the spinning ball, and that you are dust that came from just a blast from nothing, and that just smashed itself relentlessly time and time again to form some actual coherent thing, that it followed some sort of sacred geometry that it knew already, and this all that and this and that, and eventually it just smashed hard enough and relentlessly for who knows how long, many Harry Potter numbers of years, to come up with the idea to come up with a cell, some cell, an enclosure. And that's what you call, wow, it just happened. There was a spark. There was just some soup. And it just got spark, relentless lightning. It's just balancing an early earth. And all this bash and all this bash and bash and bash and wow, what a nightmare. And it's a movie. Truly it is.
And right now, in most of alternative media and most of mainstream media, we are not doing that. My honest opinion.
We are not doing that. We're not having honest, open conversations. Really? So what are we doing? No, people are just saying, no, we're organizing and we're yelling relentlessly our truth and what we want because we want it now. It's been long enough. And we're just going to take it at this point because everyone just doesn't have the courage, and we're the generation that has so much courage. Wow, what a shame. You're just the child that thinks he's overran his parents. And boasting for some reason. Because what does that even mean? Why would a child ever come to worship defeating the parent, just saying goodbye and slaying them right in front of them and saying, see, you should have listened. See, you should have just given it to me when I asked nicely, like you taught me, and all this bash. And now they're going to say, see, but now, see what you made me do. See what you have made me do. What a shame. Victimhood, forever smashed. 33rd degree. Who knew? Inverted and smashed to the double. The square. Who knew? So it's a shame because now this person saying you just have to open yourself. Open mind means just you're saying yes, I'm open to mind control. I love it. But no, you think you're learning about it when all these people are talking about it and all this MK stuff and Mortal Kombat this and that and all these tests and all these. No, wow. It's called defilement and the abuse of children. Because children are the most innocent, purest representation of the life that we produce in our kind. Who knew? That is that would be the target from the most evil. That is just out there and has deceived man with the false promise of doing that slaughter and that defilement so as to bask in the rewards of the flesh. But no, it's called, wow, just have an open mind to just accept everyone and all this bash. What is going on? Is everyone just here? Is that the purpose? For everyone just to be friends? What does that even mean? No. Friendship in that idealism is based on this bash notion of some universal love, the worship of the false love of the world. Who knew? That turns on you on a dime. You ever had your heart broken? Yeah, false love. Smashed. But no, it's just so powerful because, oh, it just feels like this and that and that. No, exactly. Turmoil in emotion due to a state of being that is believes itself void of the love eternal and the unconditional love of the Father. Who knew? And instead you're just a constant tossed and turned of emotions and moods and this and temperatures. Wow. Just so uncertain, confused. Anything will just sway you from one side to the other, and you love it because you call that, oh, it feels so amazing. I could just go out there and smash with it. What a shame. What a shame. Truly a worshiper of the light, thinking that you're somehow growing and boasting with a cat Buddha. What a shame.
Is that in many cases, and I'm not blanket statementing this, I'm really asking you to discern for yourself when you see these situations. But in many cases, alternative and independent media is not a whole lot different in consciousness than mainstream media.
Oh, so he said it. Oh, alternative and conscious media is not all that different from mainstream media. Okay, wow. So What is going on? Alternative, but he didn't say his media or what he calls that conscious media. What is going on? Of course, elitism, some word that is used to somehow claim some sort of rank of being. Whoa, what a shame. No, either you see or you're blind. Exactly. Everybody's just closing their eyes and just living in the whatever image that comes in and they see and they're like, "Wow." And they're just smashing each other. Exactly. All thinking that they're somehow living a life that they see, that they think that they're creating, and they receive all these indications of whether it's going good or not good. And I feel this way that time and this and that time and this. Why? Life is not that. No. That's a life based on the false love of the world that just defiles you. Worship it, suffer, and die. Yes. For that is the true promise of living a life outside of certainty. And what is certain? Yes, life. Life everlasting. The true promise of the Creator in the resolve of His creation. And man now has this last opportunity. In this short while that Satan has now deceived man again. And so what are we actually doing? No, we're creating a further dichotomy of this and that, of those who are supposedly conscious and those who are just struggling relentlessly in this and that. We just gotta go out there and make them awake somehow. Uh, what a shame. By blasting them more conscious media, apparently. Oh, what a shame. What a shame. They're just saying, we're going to provide the truth of what's actually going on. We'll just provide you the behind the scenes and this and that and that and that of the events that are taking place and this and this. We're embedded. We're embedded journalists going out there presenting the truth. Unbiased and this and this and what? What a shame. What are you doing? You're just following the ways of the world, trying to somehow present an unbiased, you know, image. Why? Do people not have the ability to see? Are people just living some past life? Exactly. And you count on it because now it's gotten to the point that people don't even know what life is. They just have to relentlessly find a purpose in their job and this and that and this, and even their children. That's their, oh yeah, I'd do anything for my child. Oh, this and that. No, what? No, just super lynched with the child. Now identify through you, so you think you're raising them the best you can in this. No, why? A child is here to live. Is a child sheltered in truth in a home, sheltered by a father that relentlessly loves, the father worships with all his heart and might. For it is his purpose to see and relinquish, just bask in the wisdom of the Father that showeth how to endure and overcome in the flesh. For he will do all in his flesh so as to abide in the flesh, the ordination of the Creator, as the Christ that showeth in spilling the blood, his blood, that which withstood, you guessed it, temptation. A man did it and was killed for it. So what is going on? It is finished because he rose, meaning he never. The flesh, they flashed the flesh, but of course, that means nothing because he showeth. He returned. And there were witnesses and accounts written. Look it up. Who knew? Oh no, but it's just so confusing and that and this and that and that. No, it's just some man. It could have been a man, but no, it's just some story. And it's just repeated so many times and this and smashed. Worshipper of experts. Thinking you have discernment. No. See, Satan showeth you things, right? You can look it up and this. The Father revealeth things, okay? Things that you cannot turn away from because it's almost shameful. It's called humbling because you realize how wrong you were. And the minute you try to justify it and come up with ways, no, exactly, denial. And so what does one do at that moment? Repent. For it's a spiritual battle. And in the flesh, there exists denying the temptations of the flesh. Yes, who knew? So what are we working? The spirit or just the fleshly things? You know, people, oh, you shouldn't do these things. So just change your behavior. Choose this. Choose a different thing. Replace it with this and this and that and this and that. No, exactly. Just mashing and reprogramming. Because no man can save himself. Only brainwash himself into just a sense of further glory, worshipping with the baby cat Buddha.
Different narrative, exposing some different stuff, which is great, but sometimes creating the exact same us versus them mentality that is not helping us to entirely move forward and get
Oh, so he said it. It's just creating a dichotomy, a further dichotomy. Really? So are you just the third wheel?
beyond some of the stuff that we're being challenged with. Because this is not about hate, and this is not about anger. This is about
Yes, it is. Because people are angry and they're full of hate. Who knew? But no, instead you want to talk about the actual things that matter. What a shame. Like Monsanto and all these things and this and this and this and this. And wow. Who knew that the defiling ways of the world are swarm and legion? And all while what you think you're addressing here, wow, you're getting rear-ended and further defiled. Wow. All because man is deceived and worships deception, all while boasting his righteousness of some relative truth that everyone just fractally, resolves in their own bash mind. No, what a shame. Completely filled with uncertainty, in a state void, in a void state, all because you believe yourself to be just hamburger meat, void of the unconditional love of the Father that gives to whoever you call good or evil. And that's why you hate God. Because you're like, what if God existed? Why would he create people to just murder everyone? What a shame. In the flesh, there exists the choice to recognize what you are. your place in earth, in the image that you were created in, and to seek refuge within the truth of the Father, the way, the truth, and the life. For any wisdom based in truth smashes any bash in the world. Who knew? And that is truly the only protection against defilement. So why is there so much defilement around? Exactly because there's no truth. It's all just a murmur of lies. But who knew that there will be a generation where the lies are no longer able to, you guessed it, just hide inside of you anymore. You won't be able to hide and stick your head in the sand. But no, you're waiting for disclosure of just come on, just tell us aliens are real. We already know they're real and this and just tell us and now we can just move forward as a people and this and this and that. Smashed. Move forward to where? Exactly, to build now, to go and do the galactic family that's just waiting for us to resolve our conflict and our wars and our this and primitive ways. What a shame.
About looking at a situation, remaining conscious, open, aware, and understanding within ourselves and saying, hey, we need to put a stop to this stuff. And we're not going to do it by knocking on their doors with guns. We're going to do this by
So he's saying, no violence, everyone.
truly addressing the core to the issue, which in most cases has to do with us as individuals and how we're collectively creating this experience.
Right. No. Collectively, you're all bashing. Because it's not that we are actually creating all of this. No. We're perpetuating it. Meaning Groundhog Day. The effect of maintaining some sort of status quo. Something that just feels so real that you call it life. I drive in the morning to work. I go and do push paper and this, type this, fidget that. The other talk to this person, the other, and then I go home and this and that and that and that and that. Wow. Wow. What a shame. Worshipping something that the counterfeit. Worshipping the counterfeit. Oh.
By truly addressing the core to the issue, which in most cases has to do with us as individuals and how we're collectively creating this experience.
Oh, we're creating this collectively. And so we have to evolve all together at once. Smashed. Smashed. Giving you false hope that one day people will awaken. No. People have made their choice. For all the dead will be given up. And of course, everyone is here to see. Every life is here. Every single thing in life is here to see. So what does one see? And what does one worship? Because ultimately it is a holy union of the lifeline we have relentlessly. The one true promise, life everlasting. That which remains and just persistently brings life forth. Who knew? Who knew? Of course. So what is one an allegiance to? the rebellion, or the certainty of the love of the Father that has in his creation resolve of his creation. So what do we see? What do we hear as we live day in, day out with no grand mysterious effort of our own? And our parents have given us life, and they have been given life not by some sperm or egg, but by something just magical that you call science and evolution. But truly, it's something that you neglect because you believe yourself void of life. Therefore, you're creating a life of your own, and that's why, oh, it's so horrible when people threaten to just kill us. Look, it's other men killing other men. Smashed. Because ultimately, you fear other men. You fear other men and your imminent death. Why? Why do you cry when any suffering, when any weeping should be because we're blind, boasting that we can see? Wow. But wait. You know what it is to admit you're wrong, but you're too proud. You're too proud to admit. You say, I'm too far gone. I'm in it. Well, exactly. Everyone has made their choice. So what is it? Because we can only straddle the line for so long, perhaps a whole lifetime. And even if one has died and has straddled the line, well, what happens to somebody that is neither here nor there? In living confusion, sucked by the abyss. We'll end it there. But of course, it's the love of the Father, the unconditional love that we all are seeking in the false, counterfeit life. Of course, leaving us open to believe multiples of enemies and this and that and that, and the art of lust, the art of war, and this and this and this and that. Manipulations of what? Man's governance. Ultimate mind domination by image worship. So what image are you worshipping? Yes, your own. And that truly is the philosophy of Lucifer. You're not in your own image, you're in the image of the creator. You were created in the creator's image. Who knew? But of course, everyone has made their choice. Amen. Forever and ever.